I think for most people, it's the first time they feel truly free on their own. They have a sense of who they are as a human being. And for most of us, that happens for the first time on a bike. It's a transport into a different kind of reality, right? We all remember that first time you went more than a couple miles away from your family's home. For me, I never lost that sense. And what a sense of freedom that was, to just take off and go, right? Queen City Wheelhouse was started in 2016 by Dave Ellis and Roy Caldwell. I came along within a few months of that after I retired from the state of Montana. I was very aware of the fact that a lot of bicycles were being crushed. They would either show up at the Helena transfer station or go directly to Pacific where they were crushed. And I think we were unanimous in feeling like Helena needed some way to keep nice bicycles from going into the scrap steel pile.
We are a nonprofit that focuses on refurbishing, redistributing, and recycling old bicycles, while also providing access to bicycles for people who otherwise wouldn't have them.
We get all these bicycles that you see right behind me. They're donations from families that are done with their bikes. They're donations from the City of Helena Police Department and the County Sheriff's Office, and especially the Helena Transfer Station. That would normally have gone into the scrap pile, and we refurbish all the bikes that we can refurbish, and the ones that we can't, we'll strip of usable parts and scrap the frames. If you walk in the shop and you've seen all the part boxes we have, you can take all those components just like you were working in your kitchen, and you can cook up a really nice bicycle. So you can take shifters and the bottom bracket and the crank arms and the pedals and the wheels, and you can put all that together on a frame and you can build a bike. So that's why they're called bike kitchens, because you can cook up quite a bike with all of the components of other people's bicycles that have been donated to the shop. Bike kitchens are a really important resource for most towns and cities, and there's a real need here in Helena in the homeless community. And if you have nothing but you have a bike, you have freedom. You can get around to get services that you need. But we don't just build bikes for the homeless community. We build bikes for a lot of families that can't afford a bike for a child or for their children. We're all about creating a sense of community with our part of this whole cycling world in the city of Helena. We've actually been a place where a lot of folks who are in a juvenile probation program have been able to come and get credit as part of their required public service. We do a lot of work with organizations like the YWCA, the Friendship Center. We supply bicycles for all of these organizations in Mountain Children's Home, and we're partnering with other organizations that have an interest in the cycling community.
For the past maybe 2 or 3 years now, we've been helping out with the refugee families coming into Helena, and it just is really heartwarming to see the joy in some of the kids' faces when they get a brand new bike. That's nice.
It's always a really gratifying thing when someone comes back, and we've had many families who have come back to have us repair their bikes, but it's very gratifying to see a bike that we built 3 or 4 or 5 years ago come back for repairs or be passed on to the second or third kid in that family, and know that that bike is getting a lot of use. That's a really gratifying thing. That's a great thing.